The reason for the opposition, which is overwhelmingly on the left, is politics. It is that the hatred of Donald Trump, who recommended it early on, just mentioned it in a news conference that he heard it's helpful. This caused people who hate Donald Trump more than they love human beings to go crazy over the issue. It's hysteria. If you read my book, which is about the left, about America, and about Islamism, Still the Best Hope, I document 11 hysterias of the left. And we just got over one in the United States of Russian collusion with the Trump campaign. Turned out to be hysteria based on a lie. So we go from hysteria to hysteria. There's hysteria over global warming. I don't deny that the Earth is getting warmer. I don't deny that burning fossil fuels is an element in it. But I do deny that the Earth is coming to an end, that this is an existential threat to humanity that demands the radical reorientation of all of our economies. And especially, I know it's a phony issue because they don't recommend nuclear power. Nuclear power is not fossil-based, and it's extremely safe, and it works. But what is going to be interesting, I do believe this. In fact, I live by it because I have been taking hydroxychloroquine and zinc as a prophylactic. In other words, I don't. If I get the disease, I will have this to block it. That is how much I believe in it. I'm not recommending something to others. I take it. It has had zero impact on me. I've taken it in the past when I've gone to malaria-infested places. You go to 130 countries, you're going to have to hit some places with malaria. It's unconscionable, the hysteria with regard to it. It's corrupted science. The two most prestigious journals, The Lancet in Britain and the New England Journal of Medicine in the United States, had to withdraw studies knocking hydroxychloroquine because they were so politically and economically inspired. I will come to that in a moment, because the irony is the left really hates big pharma, their term for big pharmaceutical companies. But it's really, big pharma is really against hydroxychloroquine, because hydroxychloroquine is unbelievably inexpensive. I mean, it's cheap. And it's like, what is it, $13 to get a prescription or something, versus a few thousand for remdesivir, which is made by Gilead. And it turns out that some of these big doctors at these magazines had interest in Gilead. There's tremendous pressure on these magazines from pharmaceutical companies to get these studies out to knock hydroxychloroquine so that they get remdesivir. Interesting, no? The left prefers big pharma to Donald Trump. There is nothing they hate as much as Donald Trump. But it is so perverted, their ability to see reality, that it is, I do believe there is blood on the hands of all the doctors and all the media people who are keeping people in the early stages of COVID-19 from taking this drug. Blood on their hands. That's a big charge I'm making. After 18 million views, I think it was it 18 million or 14 million? It was the largest number of views of something like that within a few hours, and then they took it off. Do you know that Prager does not have a Twitter account? We have been banned from Twitter because we simply retweeted the news conference of these doctors. So you can't even have doctors. Some of them are ridiculed as fake doctors. I know two of them. These are real doctors. Some of them are great doctors. And I've gotten to know Simone Gold, who organized it. The woman is heroic and a magnificent emergency room surgeon. Remember the way they mocked the emergency room doctors from Bakersfield, California, who put out a video? That was also taken down. So in other words, it's not even, they say, oh, we're pro-science, but these are scientists. So a scientist who differs with other scientists is now taken down. These are the people who mock the medieval church for suppressing Galileo, because Galileo said that the earth went around the sun. But Galileo was treated better by the church than these doctors have been treated by the left. The mockery of these people. Now, this Nigerian, Cameroon, West Africa. I've been to Cameroon. Cameroon is in West Africa. This Cameroon-born West African doctor who got her MD in Nigeria, and she's practicing in the United States, and she has saved lives with it. So she is mocked because of things that she said in a church sermon. What does that have to do with her scientific knowledge? What do I care what she says in her church? It is of no interest to me. I'm angry. I'm angry because people are dying because of the left. People are dying because of the New York Times, the Washington Post, and CNN. People are dying because of doctors who have decided to politicize science. Under all the mockery of this doctor from Nigeria and the other doctors who were there, and the lies that they're not real doctors. You didn't read any of this, did you? He states, that is Dr. Douste-Blazy, each of the editors used the word criminal to describe the erosion of science. But that's what the left and the pharmaceutical companies are doing to science on the hydroxychloroquine issue. By the way, there's a petition in France, 500,000 doctors and citizens urging the French government to permit physicians to prescribe hydroxychloroquine to treat coronavirus patients early. Interesting, but it's a left-wing government, so they know better. You say follow the science, you're not following the science. Okay? And there's a chart here from another website about the countries that use hydroxychloroquine, how low their rates of death are, and the countries that are banning it, how high their death rates are. Okay, that's the data. We should put up every one of these articles at PragerU. Yeah. Then they'll take us down again. But do you realize, oh, by the way, the censorship, that does not trouble you? That if you put up a video of what was it, 8 doctors, 10 doctors? How many doctors were there? Whatever, 8 or 10 doctors, whatever it was. Or like the video of the much earlier in the COVID crisis, the 2 emergency room physicians from Bakersfield, California, that was taken down. There was no interest on the left in science. There was interest in leftist ideology. I don't want to take down the anti-hydroxychloroquine doctors. I would never take them down because I'm conservative. I believe in free speech, especially among scientists. Since when do we determine science by majority rules? We take a vote? How many of you think the earth goes around the sun? Oh, okay, it goes around the sun. I mean, do you know how often scientists have been wrong in history? How often it's the minority that have been right? Is this our new rule thanks to the left in America? Thanks to the New York Times, Washington Post, and CNN? That we only listen to doctors whom we agree with? That's not science. That's ideology. Kate, 19, Cleveland. It turns out that HCQ works and saved tons of people, but the media tried to discredit the success rates, the doctors promoting it, and the countless other pieces of evidence. Should the media be punished? Well, the media are never punished. They lie the way you breathe. So they're never punished because who's going to punish them? Other media? Is the New York Times going to punish CNN? Or CNN, the New York Times? Did they get punished for the lie about the Russian collusion with the Trump campaign? Did the New York Times ever get punished for denying that the Ukrainians were being systematically starved to death by Stalin? There's a new movie out, Mr. Jones it's called. Do you know the New York Times got a Pulitzer Prize for lying about denying that there was a a famine in Ukraine. 5 million Ukrainians starved to death deliberately. Read the book, The Red Famine. It's written by a liberal. It's not written by a conservative. The history of lying in major media. I mean, it's now a crisis, but it's not new. They never got punished. They got rewarded. But I think there is a good God. Keeps me sane, the belief that there is a good God who is just, and we all meet our Creator. I hope you show it to people who differ with you and who have bought the horribly immoral. I don't care if you disagree with hydroxychloroquine. There's room for disagreement. I have no problem with that. I have a problem with the mockery. I have a problem with the censorship. That's bad. That's evil.